Good evening. Tonight, I invite you to leave behind the concerns of the day and step into a different time. Imagine yourself somewhere far away, under the fading warmth of the Indian sun, in an age when the Mughal emperors reigned over sprawling palaces and quiet gardens. We are not here for the noise of courtly debates, nor the grandeur of battles and politics. We are here for something softer, for the quiet spaces tucked within Mughal homes, for the courtyards where fountains sang softly to themselves, and where families gathered at twilight to share moments of rest. Let this be a story not of kings and conquests, but of evening lamps, cool marble floors beneath bare feet, the scent of jasmine winding through the air, and the simple, everyday rhythm of life within Mughal walls. Breathe deeply, and allow the stillness of this distant world to become your own. The stars are rising over the domes and arches, the sky deepening into velvet blue. And together, we will walk gently into the serene embrace of a Mughal courtyard at night. The heart of a Mughal home was often its courtyard. Open to the sky, framed by graceful colonnades and carved arches, it was a space where both life and quietude unfolded. As the sun lowers beyond the walls of the city, the courtyard begins to change. Shadows stretch across the marble floor, patterns shifting from sharp to soft. The last rays of golden light catch on the surface of a central fountain, turning droplets into sparks of fire before they fade into silver under the rising moon. The walls are made of sandstone, pale in some places, deep red in others, softened by age and weather. They hold the warmth of the day, releasing it slowly into the cool night air. Around the courtyard, climbing vines of bougainvillea spill over balconies, their blossoms vivid even in dim light. Here and there, pots of fragrant basil and marigold stand quietly, tended by careful hands during the day. In one corner, a small lamp is lit. Its flame flickers, reflected in the brass plate beneath it. The light casts long, tender shadows, touching the lattice windows above. The courtyard is never empty. Children's footsteps echo softly as they chase one another across the stone, their voices hushed by the presence of elders nearby. But now, as evening settles deeper, the children are gathered indoors, and the courtyard breathes into its calmer rhythm. The splash of the fountain and the rustle of leaves are all that remain. As the day comes to its close, the Mughal household shifts into its evening rituals. A servant carefully carries a tray of small lamps, each with cotton wicks floating in pools of oil. One by one, these are placed along the carved alcoves of the courtyard. Soon, the space glows with warm, golden light, soft against the cool blue of the night sky. The air is filled with scents. Smoke from incense sticks curls lazily upwards, mingling with the fragrance of rosewater sprinkled across the stone floor to settle the dust and cool the air. Jasmine blossoms, gathered in the afternoon, are threaded into garlands and hung near doorways, their perfume gentle but steady. At the edges of the courtyard, women sit with embroidery in hand, their threads gleaming faintly in the lamplight. They do not work hurriedly. The stitches are slow, steady, and meditative, meant more for peace than for productivity. Stories are exchanged softly, voices carrying just enough to be heard in the quiet. In another corner, a man unrolls a prayer rug, facing west toward Mecca. His movements are slow, deliberate, unhurried. Each bow and gesture settles into the silence, marking the courtyard with a rhythm of devotion. Nearby, in the kitchens, there is the gentle sound of preparation. Brass vessels are arranged, breads warmed, and a light evening meal takes shape. The smell of flatbreads, fresh from the griddle, drifts through the corridors, mingling with herbs and spiced lentils. It is not a grand banquet night, but a simple evening, where comfort comes from repetition, and where each task is a thread woven into the fabric of daily life. After the meal is shared, the courtyard grows even quieter. Families gather on low cushions and woven mats, sitting in small circles. Conversations flow gently, about the day's tasks, the growth of the garden, or letters received from relatives far away. Elders recall older stories, speaking slowly, their voices carrying the weight of years. Children listen, their eyelids heavy, their attention drifting between the words and the dance of shadows on the courtyard walls. Sometimes, a musician will sit quietly in the corner with a sitar or a small drum. The notes are not loud, but soft, like ripples across a still pond. The melody winds around the courtyard, a quiet companion to the night. Above, the stars are bright. The air is clear, the moon casting its silver light across the courtyard floor. The fountain, now lit by lamps, gleams like a jewel in the center of it all. Silence deepens as the hours pass. Slowly, one by one, the lamps are extinguished, their smoke curling into the cool night. Families withdraw into their chambers, leaving the courtyard to rest under the stars. And there it remains, a space of calm, of whispers, of timeless serenity. As the courtyard empties, it holds onto the memories of the day. The laughter of children, the murmured prayers, the aroma of spiced food, all linger like whispers in the night. This is the rhythm of a Mughal evening, not in its grandeur, but in its gentleness. A reminder that history was not only shaped by emperors and palaces, but also by the quiet hum of daily life, by courtyards like this one, where peace was found in the simple rituals of evening. Let your breath slow, as if you are sitting in this courtyard still. Feel the coolness of marble beneath your palms, hear the water's soft trickle, smell the faint trace of jasmine. Allow the night to fold around you, as it did for countless lives long ago. The lamps are extinguished, the stars remain, and you may drift now into your own peaceful rest. A Mughal courtyard at midnight, nearly empty, central fountain glowing under moonlight, last oil lamp extinguished with smoke curling upwards, marble floors glistening faintly, sandstone arches casting long shadows, faint scent of jasmine in the air, atmosphere tranquil and timeless, painterly and soft.